for.
All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever your case may be, and welcome to the MAKO February invite. My name is Joe Beadle, and I am here alongside with a new kind of a co-host commentary, and that's Tyler Olson. Tyler, can you say hello?
Hey, everybody. Super excited to be here in the booth with Joe today. I did some recon this morning, talking with some coaches. All the coaches are super excited today. Their athletes have been putting in long hours in the practice pool and in the weight room. I am not going to be surprised if we see dozens of personal records today, some pool records. I wouldn't be even surprised if we saw some world records. Really excited to be here today, Joe. Thanks.
That's great, Tyler. And, one of the things I was going to ask you is how does one, the coaches are ready, the swimmers are ready, the officials are ready. How does one get ready for a meet like this? And you gave a great example there. Weight room training, conless training. I know Bob and Jen and Tom and the rest of the coaches are here ready to go. Just to give everybody just fair warning, I hope everybody can hear us out there. The meet is going to start just a few minutes. It sounds like we're going to start in heat 2 of the event number 1. And just to give you a rundown what's going to happen here. So the first event is the 301 mixed 11 and over the 200-yard backstroke. And we're going to start in heat 2, which is
after your races.
And hold on just a moment. Coach Jen is talking here, and so she's done. We'll get back.
However, if there is a swimmer in lane 8, you are not to use lane 9. All right? If there is a swimmer competing in lane 8, you are not to be in lane 9. There are to be no more than 4 swimmers in the cool down lanes at a time.
Tyler, remember
so
that.
Each lane can have.
All right, we got to make sure that we are not in
want to
that
take the
lane.
ladder out against the wall, you can put one person over on that far end. All right?
All right, we will remember
that. Do not want anybody in lane 9 when there's somebody in lane 8.
All right, everybody,
Also,
just to remind
your
everybody that we will
masks are
start in
on.
just a few moments here. They're just getting things ready here. We will give you kind of the play-by-play. Tyler's going to actually throw some so we'll get everybody, what we're going to do is actually throw in the chat box in there to let everybody know who is in lane what. If you have any issues out there or you need to cheer on somebody, Tyler and myself will be more than happy to yell out the swimmer's name that you want to root for, or we'll try, as they say. Right, Tyler?
That's right, Joe.
All right. So, yeah, we'll give just everybody a moment here. And, Tyler, as we sit here in this nice warm pool here, I know I'm a little warm. I know you are. You're still wearing your parka. I don't know why that is, but I think we're all ready, right?
We're ready. Usually when I do my commentating, I like to be a little warmer than colder. That helps me get my words out a little better. So, we're going to warm up here and get started shortly.
All right. Well, thanks for that, Tyler. And we got somebody from Portland, Maine. Wow, that's extreme on the east. Thank you for that. And Gretchen, thank you for the comments. We appreciate that. We'll do our best today. As they say, we have a face for radio, so don't worry, you won't see us today. But if you can't hear us or if you need anybody, can't see anything, just let us know. If you do periodically hear no sound, that's because we actually have a microphone and it turns on and off. So if for some reason you don't hear any sound, that's just us coughing, burping, whatever. You'll hear us turn off the mic. So don't be worried about that. So we'll give everybody just a moment here. We'll get started. Thank you, everybody. There's 29 of you out there. Thanks, everybody, for joining us today. All right, everybody, just to let everybody know, it looks like we're getting ready for, this is going to be event 101. And again, that's the 200 backstroke. We will get started here just a second. The swimmers are in place. This will be heat 2. We're going to skip heat 1. So Tyler's going to throw up in the chat box. We're going to throw in who's in lane what. So bear with us if there's somebody that you were missing. Just let us know. So again, this is Event 101, Heat 2, the 11 and over 100. Give me just 1 second here. I want to make sure I get my cards right here. Yes. This is the 100-yard. They're saying breast up there, so I'm assuming that's the backstroke. But who knows? We'll find out in just a minute. We got the thumbs up, and we're ready to go, Tyler.
Here we go.
Where's the camera?
There we go. In lane, I'm going to give it. In lane 2 is Sophia. Lane 3, is that 4? That's Aubrey. Lane 6 is June, and in lane 8 is Lainey. So here we go. First one. Exciting, huh, Tyler?
Good thing to think about here, Joe, in a long stroke like the breaststroke is the start. You got to get off to a good start, perfect your pace, don't get out too hot, but you still don't want to be at the back of the pack once we get down to the last few laps.
So you're saying just pace yourself. You don't want to give all that energy out at once, the first 50?
Hashtag perfect your pace. I'm going to be saying that all day today in these longer events.
Right, that's right, you are. Yeah, you don't want to give all that energy up right away. We have a saying in the automobile business, you don't want to use all your gas on the first turn. You want to stretch it out. So here we go. All right. And hopefully everybody can see that picture. If not, just let us know in the chat box. And we got to go. Yeah, we've got some people run. Tyler threw up the lanes in there. Who's running and what? Yeah, this should be a good one. You can hear the coaches yelling. They're pushing it. All right, we're coming to the end here. This is actually the 100. So again, I'm all messed up because it looks like I've got the wrong, either I have the wrong heat sheet or we're running something different. So we'll go with it. All right, here we got some times here. Lane 2 with Sophia. That's 1 minute, 30 seconds, and 32 tenths. All right, we've got some split times here. They're still going. All right, just going to make sure I got everything right. All right, just a couple of things that we messed up here, and that was the event. So we're in event 101, of course, Heat 2. This is the 11 over 100 breaststroke. I apologize, not the 200 backstroke. So here we go. In lane 2, we have Samantha. We have lane 4 is Anna. Lane 6 is Ben. And, of course, lane 8 is Maggie. All from, let's see, we got 4 out of MAKO, 3 out of MAKO. And, again, this is event 101, Heat 3.
Really good start here by Ben in lane 6 going south to north on your TV screen. Again, starts are so important in these events. Really looks like Anna Cooper's here. Anna Cooper in lane 4 is putting in a good swim.
All right, everybody. We are still rocking and rolling, of course. Again, welcome. We are just finishing up here on the mixed 11 and over 100 breast. This is event 101, Heat 3. And just hold on 1 second. We'll get you some times. In lane 2 was Samantha B, and that was a 1 minute 33 seconds 61. In lane 4 was Anna Cooper, and that is 1 minute 25 72. In lane 6 was Ben Steffens, and that was 1 minute 30 seconds 41. And in lane 8 was Maggie McNamara, which 1 minute 42 44. All right, next up is Event 101. This is Heat 4. Again, we're still in the 11-hour breaststroke. Give you a rundown. Lane 2 is Peyton. Lane 4 is Sydney. Lane 6 is Jarrett. And in lane 8 is Ruby. And there we go. Pass 50 right now.
Fun fact, Joe, the breaststroke is the oldest known swimming stroke.
I've heard that. I've heard that before. Hard to believe. Who would have thought that that would be the first stroke out there? You think you want to use the doggy paddle or something?
Certainly not me, yep.
All right, we're throwing stuff in the chat box, folks. We got a little bit mixed up here because we actually had the wrong heat sheet, so that doesn't help when you're saying tomorrow's heats today. Doesn't work. All right, we got some times, everybody. Lane 2 was Peyton. He had 1 minute 23 57. Lane 4 was Sydney Brody, and it was 1 minute 28 29. And in lane 6 is Jarrett, 1 minute 12 seconds 86 tenths. And lane 8, Ruby with 1 minute 29 34.
Really strong swim there, Joe, by Peyton. She really got out of the blocks great and continued that pace all the way through.
Nice, yeah, good timing there. Good job by all the swimmers around. All right, this is Heat 4. Again, we're in Event 101 here live at the February MAKO invite. And here we go. In lane 2 is Ellie. Lane 4, Brady. Lane 6 is Mary Kate. And in lane 8 is Chance. You're probably right. I see. I'm just reading the chat box, everybody. Gretchen, you're probably right. I'm just reading off the board here. We're trying. I get that's possible. Dustin, I see lane 4 was Aubrey. All right. Yes, I believe that was correct back on that one.
I think we finally got our heat sheet here organized, so we should be good here from now on.
Good thing we don't get paid for this, right, Tyler?
We don't get paid?
Oh, that's fair. Oh, man. I mean, yeah. Some people like getting paid with Coors Light, and other people don't.
Some more than others.
Yes, that's correct. All right, we're coming down. Hopefully everybody can see that photo there. We're coming down to the end here. Swimmers are nice. Yeah, we got some lanes up there. You can see in the chat box. Come down here. Got some times here. Just give me 1 second. And we got Brady. Brady finishes first, and that is 1 minute 13 seconds 23, followed by Mary Kate, 1 minute 19 37, and Ellie, 1 minute 21 75. Chance, 1 minute 22 07.
What a swim by Brady. His seat time here is 1 minute and 21 seconds, and he swam that one in 1 minute and 13 seconds. So a really good improvement there by Brady.
That's a little time off there. Is that what you're telling me?
It could be.
Could be. And once the swimmers swim back to the other end of the pool, we'll get everybody ready for the next one. All right, here we go. Hopefully everybody can hear us out there. Sound's coming through. I can hear myself, and that's never a good thing. All right, here we go. And this is Heat 6, Event 101. In lane 2 is Miley. In lane 4 is Ellie Wood. Lane 6, Abby. Lane 8 is Pamela Sanchez. And here we go. Again, we're in the 100 breaststroke, which Tyler told us is the oldest stroke in swimming.
That's right, Joe.
I would assume the doggy paddle was.
Fun fact to throw out at your next party.
You think that would get you a crowd or bonus points?
I would imagine so. It
All
usually
right.
gets me some.
All right. All right. We got 44 people on this, so hello to everybody out there. Oh, we went down to 42. You must have said something
must
wrong,
have said
Tyler.
something.
Oh, we're back up there. All right, it looks like I got the new heat sheet here. That's great. There we go.
Not sure if everybody out there can hear all the teammates cheering on their other teammates in the pool each time they bob their heads up, but it's really great to see.
It is. All right, sorry about the little delay there. All right, I got some times to run by you. Here we go. For coming in first was Abby. She came in at 1 minute 15:76. Second was Ellie Wood, 1 minute 18:27. Lane 3, or a third was lane 2 with Miley, 1 minute 21:08. And Pamela, which was in lane 8, 1 minute 27:58. All right, we're going into Heat 7, which of course, here we go. In lane 2 is Dot. Lane 4 is Dane. Lane 6 is Taylor. And in lane 8 is Luke.
Really good start there, Joe, by Taylor in lane 6 going south to north on your TV screen. That really sets them up good for a couple of really good split times here and hopefully a good finishing time.
Yeah, I wish you get good finish there. Not running out of gas the first 50.
That's right.
All right, here we go. Boy, these swimmers are moving fast through this one. This will be over before we know it. All right, there we go. A little better. Hopefully everybody can hear me out there. $45, Tyler. There's a 45 of you out there. Thank you for joining us today. Got 2 thumbs up. We like that.
That's got to be some kind of a record, Joe.
All right, here we go. Got some times for everybody for Heat 7. Dane came in first, 1 minute 7:07. Wow, that's a good time there. And then right behind it was Taylor, 1 minute 7:55. Then we have Dot with 1 minute 10 seconds 18 tenths, and of course Luke, 1 minute 15:90.
I don't know about you, Joe, but I had this next heat highlighted on my heat sheet.
Oh, really?
A couple of promising young swimmers here in the 100 breaststroke.
Tyler, did you put stars around that one?
Highlighter, Joe, highlight.
Oh, no
Highlight.
stars?
No stars.
No stars. All right. All right, we love to hear that. We got a shout out said we sound great. I don't know if that's us or the pool, so we'll just go with we'll take that compliment. All right, we're in Heat 8. This is the last heat of Event 101. In lane 2 is Rihanna, and of course lane 4 is Jonathan. Lane 8 is Hugh, and in lane 8 is Steven. These are all MAKO. All right. It looks like we got the coaches are yelling and screaming. Tyler's got the highlighter out. He's all pumped up over here. And no, that is not Tyler over here. That's the coaches down there yelling, getting their swimmers going.
Really fun to watch these young swimmers pushing the pace here, really getting into it and trying to make those times.
All right, here we go. The last heat of event 101, and we got Jonathan, 1 minute 1:26. Steven, 1:02:18. And then we have Hugh with 1:05:25, followed by Ron with 1:06:74. Nice job, everyone. Tyler, was that worth the wait?
That was worth the wait. Can't wait to get into some of these next heats, the breaststrokes mixed 12 and under 50 yard. I'm a bigger fan myself of the shorter events, but it was really fun to watch those 100-yarders.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Now we're going to test to see how good Tyler's typing skills are with the 50-yard breaststroke coming up here. We're going to be in event 102. This is mixed 12 and under, so these are the young kids now. Heat 1, looks like we got 3 swimmers. Lane 2 will be Gracie. Lane 4 will be Ford. Bradshaw, of course. Lane 6 is Emmett Matter. And, we got an 8 and 2 10-year-olds in this.
Really exciting to see, Joe. You're really testing all my multitasking skills here, having to type and commentate. What's
cool is Gracie does not have a time for this, so we'll see how she does. We'll see how she does for her time. Always fun watching these little kids. I remember when my daughter was doing this. And as I mentioned before, we are throwing the lanes in the chat box, so you can follow along at home. We'd love to have you here. It's just me and Tyler sitting here with an empty room. Coach Jen's running back and forth as she's doing to get the timing right. We got some volunteers here, just kind of paint you a picture of what's going on here in the pool area. And Tyler, it feels like it's July in here.
It does feel like it's July.
It looks like Ford Bradshaw's coming in. He's going to be the first one in at 51:68. Nice time there. Then we've got at the end. Looks like next up would be Gracie. Gracie, 1 minute 1:06. That's her first time. She's never had a time in this one.
What a 50 breaststroke by lane 4, Bradshaw.
All right, we're just wrapping it up. Emmett with 1:14:27, and that was heat 1. Of course, we're in the event 102. This is the mixed 12 and under. We got the young kids up. Next up is going to be heat 2, of course, followed by what comes after number 1 is number 2. And this one, we got 3 swimmers in this one. And I'll just read you off before they get up here. Hopefully everybody can see it. In lane 2 will be Luke. Lane 4 will be Sophie. And in lane 6 will be Lillian. And we got 2 9-year-olds and 1 10-year-old in this one. And all of them have times. It looks like you got 53 seconds. So it'll be really interesting to see how this goes for these young swimmers.
Absolutely.
Now, Tyler, when you're this young, how do you prepare for something like this when you're this young?
Usually it's mental. You know, you really got to get into it. You got to feel your stroke out in the warm-ups, and then once you actually get up there on those starting blocks, you just got to trust yourself in your training and everything that you've done over the last couple of weeks to help you put up a good time.
Gotcha. So it's not playing Minecraft.
That's correct.
All right. Perfect. All
Not
right.
even sure what that is.
All right. All right. You don't want to know. All right, here we go. And here we go again. In lane 2 is Luke. Lane 4 is Sophie. And in lane 8 is Lillian. And we are again, this is the 12 and 100 mixed, of course, 50 breaststroke. Now, Tyler, what's your best time in the breaststroke?
I don't want to get into my personal records here, Joe, just yet, but I will tell you that I finished 28th out of 32 swimmers in my division.
Whoa.
Quite a few years ago. I don't want to date myself, but I don't want to toot my own horn either. But since you brought it up, I will tell you 28th out of 32 swimmers.
All right, nice. Do you have a T-shirt for that?
No t-shirts, usually just 25 and over or 25 and better get t-shirts. So.
I bet you would still have that t-shirt if you got one. All right, so I got some times for you. Sophie came in at 49.38. Lillian came in next with 49.74. And then, of course, Luke, 51.53. Very close times to each other. Great job by these young swimmers. Love to see these young swimmers out there because you know what? They probably will do a better job than I do.
I don't know if that's saying a whole lot, Joe.
Yeah, you're probably right. Well, I don't want to brag. All right, so next up will be, this is going to be the last heat of the event, 102. Again, we're in the mixed 12 and under, 50-yard breaststroke. And just to give you a rundown, in lane 2 will be Aubrey, of course, Aubrey Fry. And then, of course, lane 4, Mary Prescott. Lane 6 is Pax. And in lane 8, Emmy Lou Olive Beetle. Here we go. And by the way, folks, just to let you know, when you're looking at your screen, the lane 2 is at the bottom of your screen, and we go the way up.
Working south to north in the radio business, that's how we say it, Joe.
That's right. Thank you, Tyler, for that. All right, here we go. The swimmers are moving fast. Boy, all of them have really good time. Mary with a 42.33 to beat. She's coming up on that. Let's see if she's got it. Right there, Mary Prescott, 40 seconds, 79 tenths. Wow, that's a new time for her.
Really,
we've got time. Pax coming in at 43.62, and Emmy Lou and Aubrey not too far, but Aubrey squeezes out one, 44.65, and Emmy Lou 44.95. And you know what, Tyler, as I look over, they're all good times. They all beat their previous times, so that is really good.
That's got to go towards the coaches. Great job getting them ready for this great meet, the 2021 Minnesota MAKO February invite. This is a prestigious event, so all these athletes better be at the top of their game if they want to compete today.
That's right. I mean, they shut off some seconds there. All of them did. Nice job, everybody, on that one. Very impressed by that run there. Okay, well, what comes after 102? Well, 103, and we are in the mixed 11 and over. And now we're gonna do some longer runs this time. This is the 200-yard freestyle, heat 1. In lane 2, we have Ariana. Lane 4 is Laney, and in lane 6 is Evan. We've got two. Looks like we got two 14-year-olds and one 11-year-old. So this should be a really good race here. None of them have any time, so we'll see how they do. And this is a 200. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show here, folks. This should take a few minutes to get done here.
A good thing to remember, too, in these longer events is, again, your pace, number 1, and number 2, use your legs. You don't want to burn out with your shoulders and your arms on these longer events. Your legs are much stronger than your arms, so make sure that you get that flutter kick going early and you keep that pace going all the way through these longer events.
So could you do that just eating a protein bar?
Well, not usually, Joe.
Not usually? I knew it.
The metabolisms of these young athletes are far higher than yours and I's, so they probably need a little bit more than a protein bar.
Oh, I see. I gotcha.
Can't even imagine the grocery bills of some of these young athletes.
I'm sure they eat a lot.
Well, you got one yourself, Joe.
That's true. I do. All right, everybody. Yeah, again, just welcome everybody. This is the February invite for MAKO Aquatics. We are here. Yes, Stephanie, thank you. We're cracking Stephanie up. At least we got one person out there who chuckled. The other people are probably tuning off and going somewhere else. Maybe watching Viving Cat or maybe some TikTok videos or something like that. But yeah, thank you for the comments out there. Like I said, we are in event 103. This is heat 1. This is the 11 and over, 200 free. Just give you a rundown who's in the water. Lane 2 is, again, we're going from the bottom up, is Ariana in lane 2. Lane 4 is Laney, and lane 6 is Evan. And boy, we got these swimmers are definitely pulling it out. Great to see. And these are young kids. Younger than you and me, Tyler.
By far.
And we appreciate everybody joining us today. We're trying to do a different format this time around. We moved to YouTube Live, so hopefully you found us, shared it, get your friends and family out there so everybody can see this wonderful feed that we are offering. They went out, searched for the highest bidder, and they came back with us. So I think they might have shorted their budget a little bit. All right, we're coming in. I don't have any. Looks like we've got. All right, I got some time. So Laney came in with first, and that's 2 minutes, 32:39. Evan in lane 6 was 2 minutes, 43:20. And Ariana was 3 minutes, 5 seconds, 68. And we are looks like we're getting the thing set here. And all right, we are on to the next one here. Bear with us, folks. All right, we're going to come back. Now, this is going to be, again, we're still in event 103. This is the 200 deep freestyle, 11 and older. And this is going to be heat 2. And I'll give you a rundown. In lane 2 will be June. Lane 4 will be Zidane. Lane 6 is Emmy Lou. And in lane 8 is Owen.
Another fun fact, Joe, I had a great aunt named June.
Oh, you did? Is that spelled the same way as the month?
It is, yes.
No, you're going to tell me she was born in June?
She wasn't. It was February.
Oh, all right. Well. June, Satan, Emmy Lou, and Owen. So lane 2 is June, lane 4 is Satan, and lane 6 is Emmy Lou. Lane 8 is Owen. And all of them have around a 2 to 3 minute time. Oddly enough, the last heat, none of them had a time, and they all do now. So that's great. Here we go. Event 103, Heat 2. All right, here we go. Baba Booey. All right, thank you, Mio, for that one. Wait, Mio Montage, who's that?
What I really like to watch in these longer freestyle events is the breathing, Joe, making sure that all these athletes are breathing at the same time, whether it's 2 strokes, 4 strokes, just keep that breathing consistent throughout the whole race.
All right, folks, we just had a couple things to check. Coach Jen just gave us an update on some swimmers here. Everything's good, all good. And again, we are in event 103, heat 2. This is the 200 freestyle. We got some good swimmers here. This should be a fun one to watch. Hang tight with us. And Tyler, I know that you probably do a 200 freestyle every morning, right? Warm up?
Usually just Tuesdays and Thursdays,
Just
Joe.
Tuesday and
I
Thursday,
don't like to tire myself out for the weekend on Thursday, so I try to keep my swimming workouts a little bit shorter.
Right, you like to keep those, cool down your body for the week.
Exactly.
All right, well, that's good to know. And we are coming close here. These are good swimmers in the pool. These are all 11-year-olds, with Owen being the only 13-year-old. But, yeah, wow, we got some good times here. Let's see how we do. Getting close here, folks. Hang tight. Got a comment for us? Throw it in the chat box. You want to talk about the swimmer you're rooting for, or maybe you just want to tell us how we're doing. Let us know in the chat box.
Another thing to watch here, Joe, in these longer events is that flip turn. That flip turn is really key for these young swimmers. Staying underneath the water as long as possible, reduce that drag. They'll improve your times for sure.
Now, flip turn, I assume you're meaning going under the water. You don't want to try it over. Can you do that?
Well, no.
Oh, all right. Well, there you go.
Well, when I finished 28th out of 32 swimmers back then, I could. I kind of lost that.
Well, we got some times to give out, and it's Emmy Lou coming in at 2 minutes 31:32. Nice job. And Satan with 2 minutes 31:54. Boy, it just squeaked one out there. And folks, just to let you know, those are those are all improved times for both of them. That's awesome. They all shed off about 10 seconds. Wow. Are they in the same race? Did they drink some Rockstar this morning? I don't know. All right, coming in next, of course, we have June. June, of course, not your grandmother, you said, but June coming in at 3. Great on, I'm sorry. 3 minutes, 3:15, and then Owen is 3 minutes, 4:34. All right, everybody. Sorry about that. We were just conversing with the coaches. She was giving us some inside tips on what's going on out there in the land of swim. And so just to give you a rundown, that was 103 heat 3. We are still in it. We're just coming down to the end here. We got 3 swimmers here. I'll just give you a rundown here. In lane 2 is Chance. Lane 4 is Ethan. Lane 6 is Sydney. And in lane 8, oh no, we don't have lane 2 is Chance, lane 4 is Ethan, and lane 6 is Sydney.
That was a mistake on my part, Joe. We got the intel that Kent wasn't swimming this one, and I put it up there anyway.
That's well, as long as we correct that, right? All right, so Ethan comes in 2 minutes, 23:39. Sydney, 2 minutes, 43:59, and we've got just coming down. I don't have a time for Chance there, so I apologize. It looks like we don't have a time for Chance. Maybe the board wasn't pushed, or figure that out. If we get one, we'll let you know. All right, so what comes after 103? Well, that's, of course, we're still in event 103, but what comes after heat 3? Heat 4, of course. And in this one, this should be a good one. Tyler, I'm excited for this one. This is heat 4 again. We're in the 200 over, 11 over. Mixed, of course, that means male or female. Lane 2, Mary Prescott. Lane 4 will be Mason. Lane 6 is Aaron, and then lane 8 is Annika Beck. And again, we got some good times here. They're all up against 2 minutes. Mary Mason's coming in with a 2 minute 23, and she, 13-year-old. This is going to be awesome to see. Mary is a 2 minute 32.71 coming into this. So yeah, we'll see how this works. And Aaron, 2 minute 30 seconds. Wow. This will be a good one.
Do not take your eye off of lane 2, Mary Prescott. talking with her coach earlier today, she said that she put in some of the hardest laps in the practice pool, and we really expect to see a lot out of her in this event here today.
All right. Yeah, and Gretchen gave out there, go Annika. So let's see how this works. That'll be great. This is a great one. Hopefully everybody can see it. And Tyler, I didn't ask you, but I know you were down there checking out that pool. Did you get the temperature of the pool at all? Is it good temperature, bad temperature?
My thermostat wasn't working this morning, but I would have guessed it's somewhere around the 72 to 74 degree range, which is just perfect for putting in some great times.
Oh, that sounds like almost a bathtub.
Well, you don't want the pool too cold, Joe, because then your muscles start cramping up and they don't really perform the way you really want them to. We really don't want it too hot because then you're going to just tire out a little bit too quickly. So that 72 to 74 degree range is perfect for these swimmers.
That's a good point to bring up. Yeah, you don't want to cramp up in the pool. I can't imagine that would help you go faster.
I don't even see a lifeguard here, so we might all be in trouble.
Oh, boy. I think this would be one spot I would be not worried about. There's a lot of swimmers around here. If you're having trouble, there's a lot of people coming in there. All right, again, this is event 103. We are in heat 4. This is the mixed 11 and over 200 freestyle. Lane 2 is Mary, lane 4, Mason, lane 6 is Aaron, and in lane 8 is Annika. And we're getting down to the end here, folks. This is exciting to watch.
Mason really pushing the pace in lane 4.
Yeah, if this is it, Mason's really pushing it. Let's see if he gets a good time here. It looks like he is. And he comes in at, wow, Mason, 2 minutes, 16:14. That's definitely shedding off some seconds from the previous one. And here we go into late. It looks like we've got just coming down to the end here. We got, here we go. Next up is going to be Aaron, 2 minute, 29:55, followed by Mary. Mary with 2:30:53. And then, I apologize. Yeah. Aaron and then Annika with 2 minute 30:26, and then Mary 2 minute 30:53. Wow, these are really good times, and I think everybody on this one got just a second or two off. That's awesome. Mason with just really crushed that one.
Not sure if it's their taper that's really kicking in here, Joe, or just the excitement of being a part of this 2021 Minnesota MAKO February invite.
You could be right. It's February. It is really nice outside, and yep, we're sitting in July weather here. But yeah, you're probably right, Tyler. Maybe they maybe put that cap on a little tighter this time to get in that water and go a little faster.
Back when I was swimming, Joe, we used to have competition suits and practice suits. So I'm sure the competition suits, if they still use them, is contributing to those times.
Wow, you're probably right, Tyler. So again, now we're in heat 5 of event 103. Lane 2 is going to be Nate. Lane 4 is Lydia. Lane 6 is Gracie. And lane 8 is Leah. And this is going to be this is a 200. These, as I look at the times from their previous, Tyler, I mean, we've got 2 minutes all up. This is going to be a quick 2 minutes. Before we know it, we'll be over. So I hope you got your typing skills going.
Speaking of that, yep, they're going to be done before I get all these lane assignments up. So bear with me.
And we got a lot of people chiming in. Gretchen, thank you for giving the shout outs there. We appreciate everybody joining us today. We understand everybody wanted to be here today, but of course, that nasty thing that's called COVID is preventing us. So we'll give you the play-by-play here, boys. And if there's anything you want to add, chime in, root for, just let us know in the chat box. Good flip turns there. Looks like Nate really pushing it on there, Tyler. Man, he is really in it to win it, isn't he?
It looks like it, Joe. He is ready to go. This is one of his favorite events, his coach told me this morning, so he was really excited about this heat in particular. Going back to the competition suits, Joe, it's almost like a fashion contest here with all the different colors and prints on the suits. Back when I was swimming all those years ago, it was just straight black. Nothing
just straight black? No red,
nothing.
No colorful colors like those new yoga pants they have out there.
Certainly not like that.
It looks like we're back down to this is the last 100, I think or last 50, I should say. Oh, yeah, Nate is really pushing on. He's on his last 25. The timer wasn't even ready. She's running up there to make sure she can get there in time. Here we go. All right, we've got Nate. He's going to come in at 2 minutes, 3:62. And then next up is going to be Gracie, 2 minute, 10 seconds, 23, lane 3 is Lydia with 2 minute, 11 seconds, 41. And Leah, 2 minutes, 18:76. And Tyler, as I look over those times, it looks like, again, we've got some people that shed some seconds off.
I'm telling you, Joe, it's either the breakfast that they had this morning or the temperature in the pool or the competition suits. It's got to be one of them.
Or they ate those Wheaties this morning, right?
Sure did.
All right, next up is going to be the last heat of event 103. Again, we're in the 11 and older. Of course, it's a mix, 200 freestyle. It's going to be heat 6. And we're going to start here just a minute. Just give you a rundown of the swimmers. It's going to be in lane 2 will be Evie. Lane 4 is Lewis. Lane 6 is Sydney. And lane 8 will be Abby.
Another fun fact, Joe, I actually go to a CrossFit gym with Sydney's dad, Kai. Shout out to Kai. Hopefully you're out there listening. You missed a good Super Saturday workout this morning.
Wow. How's that workout going for you? All right, here we go. Again, this is heat 6 of event 103. Lane 2 is Evie. Lane 4 is Lewis. Lane 8, Sydney. And lane 8 is Abby. And Tyler's throwing it up in the chat box here. We've got some fast times. These are under 2 minutes, folks. This should not last long. And, boy, look at them go. We've got, what is that? Is that Lewis down there? He's just, wow. It doesn't even look like he's moving. He's just like there's a motor behind him.
Do not get up to get another beverage here, folks. You're going to miss the entire race. This is going to be over before you know it.
Almost looks like they put a Johnson 150 on the back of those kids, and they're just cruising through that water with no wakes.
I'm more of an Evinrude guy myself, Joe.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you made me say Johnson. Well, they don't make Johnson. I think Evinrude makes it. They own that company.
Lane 4, Lewis putting up some really good split times here. He is cruising.
Got a lot of whistling going on. That's definitely not me. I cannot whistle like that. I don't know how you do that with a mask on, but boy, they can do it. All right, we're getting down. This is, I believe, the last 50 here. Or are we getting closer?
We are down to the last 50, Joe.
And once again, everybody, if you got something to say, you want to chat, throw it out in the chat box, please do it. Also, it lets us know it lets us know we're not talking to anybody, or ourselves, I should say. But we always like to hear people chime in, root whoever you want us to root for. There is 59 of you out there. Thanks, everybody, for joining us today. We're coming down. Again, this is Event 103, the last heat 6, and we got some times for you. Lewis, 1 minute, 52:22. Lane, and then we got Sydney, 1 minute, 55:99. Just shed that 156 mark. Then we have Evie, I think it is, 1 minute, 57:38. And last, or just coming in, right again, Abby, 1 minute, 59:29. Boy, that was a quick race. I didn't have time to get up and grab myself a drink. Or a soda, I should say, right? Rescue. Nice job, everybody. And just looking over those times again, looks like everybody, wow, just some really good times there. Nice job for the swimmers. We're going to change decks here because we've got a good one up here. It's Event 104. And why is an Event 104 great? Well, this is the mixed 10 and under. We've got a 10-year-old out there. That's Charlie Prescott. He's going to be in lane 4. And, boy, he's got a big he's up against some big competition.
A lot of times, Joe, when you're swimming against only yourself, those are some of the hardest swims. You don't have anybody to pace yourself against, so you really got to think about your practice times and what you can do, and that's really what gets you into those great times that we're hoping to see.
Are you telling me that people look to the right and left and pace off other people?
Absolutely,
wow. Joe. Never would have guessed that. So, as you can see here, Charlie Prescott, he is just pushing. You should see the huge crowd. You can see it there on the right. They're all cheering him on. Wow, it is loud in here. I feel like I'm at the U.S. Bank Stadium with a Viking Packers game.
It's really fun to watch a 10-year-old here doing the butterfly. Not only is the butterfly one of the most physically demanding strokes, it's also one of the toughest getting up and down those lanes. So it's really fun to watch a 10-year-old here.
And to this day, I still don't understand why they call it a butterfly, because I've never seen a butterfly do that motion.
Physically and technically difficult is this stroke, so he's doing a great job.
Yeah, he's doing an awesome job. And again, this is Charlie Prescott, Event 104, Heat 1, the only heat. He's up against himself, but man, is he pushing it. He's up against, he's getting down to that time. Look at him go. Listen to this crowd. It is really rivalry here. Wow.
Down to the last 25 here, Gil.
Here we go. The coaches are cheering him on. The timers are ready. The team is standing there cheering him on. Wow, here we go. Down to the last 25. Here we go. It's getting a little windy there, Tyler. It looks like. Here he goes. Look at him push.
I think I would have called for the lifeguard after the first length.
Here we go. He's pushing it. Coach Tom is up there, and we got some time.
Wow.
1 minute 44:59. That is definitely an improvement. He had a 1 minute 55 before coming into this, Tyler. And boy, I think that's a few seconds off the last time.
Anytime you can get 1 or 2 seconds off your seed time,
Hey, will the group start?
let alone 11 seconds, that's a really good swim and a really good effort.
Thanks for joining on.
Well, it was so exciting there. They had to tell the kids to separate there. Well, that's what happens when you're here at the MAKO February invite. Isn't that right, Tyler?
You got that right. I get really excited every time I see this one on my calendar.
Great to hear. All right, we hit the 60 mark. There's 60 of us out there. So we're going to come up. We're going to change gears here a little bit. And by changing gears, we're going to go to we're going to hope that Tyler's typing skill is good, because we're in event 105. This is the 8 and under 25. Yes, I said 25 freestyle. Wow, we've got a good one here. And these are young kids, 8-year-olds, Tyler.
It's really fun to watch these younger kids get in the pool and really show us what they got.
Here we go. And lane 2 is Emma. Lane 4 is Sophie. And lane 6 is Marta Bradshaw. And all of them don't have any time. So this is going to be good to see how this works. Here we go. All the way down. This is only a 25-yard. It's going to be over before I even stop talking.
This is one of my favorite events, Joe, just an all-out sprint.
All right, we got some times here. Oh, yeah, we don't. You know what? I think it was just under 25 is what I saw. But again, the timers are not down on that side, so hopefully we'll get you some times here and get them posted. And next up is going to be event 106. It'll be the 11 and over 200-yard butterfly. Well, Tyler, this is going to be a good one. We just watched Charlie, who a 10-year-old did a 100 butterfly. Now we're going to see kids do a 200-yard butterfly. I don't know how. I know you probably do this next to your warm-up every day, but this is going to be a good one.
I am certainly not coordinated or have the lung capacity to do anything over a 10-yard butterfly.
So you're telling me you can get to the first blue line or the flags there? Is that what
Then I call for the lifeguard.
All right, then you call for the lifeguard. All right. Well, luckily there's a lot of lifeguards here. So here's what's going to happen. This is going to be heat 106. This is the 11 and over 200-yard butterfly. Yes, I said 200-yard butterfly. It's going to be heat 1 of 2. In lane 2 will be Dane. Lane 4 will be Jane. Lane 6 will be Mary Kate. And boy, they do it over 2 minutes. Can you believe that, Tyler?
I cannot. That is really impressive, especially for these young athletes.
All right, again, this is event 106, heat 1, and again, it's the 11 in order. So if you're following along with your heat sheet, that is event 106, heat 1 of 2.
This 200-yard butterfly, Joe, is going to be a super physically demanding race here. So make sure that these athletes watch for their breathing, number 1, watch for their kicks, number 2. Just kind of ease into the event. Don't go out too hard. Save a little bit for the last 25.
Those are good advice there. Tyler, do you follow your own advice?
Not all the time, but it's probably a good thing that I don't.
Do you have breaks in between those?
lot of breaks.
A lot of breaks. I got you.
Sometimes my wife tells me too many breaks. We don't need to get into that.
Oh, yeah. That's a whole different story there, right? All right. Again, folks, just to give you just to let you know, we are in event 106. This is Heat 1. This is the 11 and older 200 butterfly. Lane 2 is Dane. Lane 4 is Jane. And lane 6 is Mary Kate. And don't worry if you think that you're sad because we're only in the first heat. We got another heat after this. And boy, we got some good swimmers after that too. Now, Tyler, as I watch the butterfly, do we know how old this stroke is?
We probably do, Joe, but I don't.
Oh, gotcha.
If only we had a device to look that up.
Now, one of the things I remember as watching somebody like Michael Phelps do the butterfly, if I remember right, that man could just swim through the water in no wake, and I don't know how he does it.
If you ever wanted to watch some of these youngsters out there watching on TV, if you ever wanted to watch somebody do the butterfly, Michael Phelps is the greatest of all time.
All right, we got some times, folks, and we've got Dane comes in at 2 minutes, 19:58. Jane, 2 minutes, 20 seconds, 25. And Mary Kate, looks like we don't have a time. Oh, yes, I do. 2 minutes, 36:93.
What a great heat there, Joe. That was really fun to watch.
And looking over the timing here as I see we got some good times there. Yes, absolutely. So we'll, we've got there was 2 14-year-olds and a 17-year-old in that one. Now, of course, what comes after number 1? Well, that's number 2. And we have heat 2 again of the 200-yard butterfly. These are kids that are 11 and older. This one we got a few. So lane 2 is going to be Maggie. Lane 4 is Jonathan. Lane 6 is going to be Ellery, and then lane 8 is Hannah. And we are getting going here. Once swimmers reset.
Again, Joe, this start is so important for this event. Staying under the water as long as you can before you get into that physically taxing butterfly stroke is really important for a good time here.
Yeah, I totally agree, but I don't know what I'm saying, so it doesn't matter. All right, so here we are. Again, this is heat 2. Looks like we do have 4 swimmers. Just want to make sure. So in lane 2 will be Maggie. Lane 4 is Jonathan. Lane 6 is Ellery. And, of course, lane 8 is Hannah. And one thing about this, Jonathan is the male. He comes in at 2 minutes, 4 seconds, 54 in his last. But, man, when I look at Ellery and Hannah and Maggie's time, they are not far away, and I think this will be a good one.
This is going to be a good one, Joe. I can't take my eyes off of lane 6, Ellery Autumn. She is going to put up a really good time. I have a good feeling.
Here we go, and look at him. Wow. This will be, before you know it, I'll be done. This will be done in no time.
Again, really important not to forget about those legs. Your shoulders tire out so quickly in this butterfly stroke. Don't forget about that dolphin kick. It's really going to help you shave some time off.
And Jonathan is really booking down. He has got a good stroke. Look at him go. Like you mentioned, that dolphin kick is definitely helping him today.
Trying to keep that breathing consistent. Looks like he's breathing every other stroke, which is a great, great technique. Then down the stretch, just put your head down that last 20 meters or so and punch it towards the wall.
Punch it. You don't want to go through that wall, right?
Not through the wall.
Oh, okay. And we got some people cheering on Jonathan, Ellery, Hannah, and Maggie. Boy, they're already down to the last 50 here where Jonathan is. Wow, this is a good race, folks. I hope you're enjoying it just as well as we are live here. And again, we're at the Hudson Middle School in Hudson, Wisconsin. We're at the MAKO February invite. Yes, it's February. And by the way, tomorrow, or I should say 2 days from now, is March. And you know what's around the corner then? Springtime.
May. Oh, yeah, springtime.
Yes. May is a little bit away. All right, we're going to have a time here. Hold on 1 second. And it looks like Jonathan comes in at 2 minutes, 54, 2 minute, 1 second, 54 tenths. Sorry about that, folks. And that means that, wow, we shed off a couple seconds there.
That's really great to see, Joe. What a good swim by Jonathan.
Yeah, that was good. Hannah comes in at 2 minute, 14:67. Maggie, 2 minutes, 16:24. And then Ellery at 2 minutes, 17:02.
That had to have been exhausting, Joe. If I would have tried that, I think I'd have to sit on the couch for a couple weeks.
Couple weeks?
At least.
All right. Just a couple.
Just a couple.
Watching swimming as you sit on the couch? Or would you be watching hockey?
I don't know if I could watch swimming after swimming all that long.
All right. Well, that was the event 106. Of course, we're going to move on. What comes after 106? Well, technically 107, and that is correct. So next up is going to be event 107. Now, this is going to be a mixed 10 and under, 100-yard IM. And as we get started here, we only have two swimmers here. We have Peyton in lane 4 and Maddie in lane 6. One's a 10-year-old and one's a 9-year-old. And both of them don't have any time. And boy, this should be good.
As we know, Joe, in the individual medley, we start off with the butterfly, then to the backstroke, then the breaststroke, and finally the freestyle, which is different than the relay medley.
And what's different about the relay medley?
The order, of course.
Right. Of course, because you wouldn't do the same thing, or you would have a teammate that does the other.
That's exactly right, Joe. Back until 1952, they used to swim the strokes in the same order, or the backstroker would have to turn in the air jumping off the blocks. But now, of course, we know that in the relay medley, the backstroke starts us off.
That would be an interesting to watch, a diver twist in the air as they land in the water and try to do a backstroke.
You would have to watch it live. I don't think they had TV back then.
Oh. I wonder if anyone's tried that recently. And I would say, and Tyler, when we look at this IM intermediate medley, what do you think is probably the most challenging stroke these swimmers do on this 100-yard?
Boy, that's tough to say, Joe. I'd have to go back to the butterfly. It's just so physically and technically challenging. Once you get done with the butterfly, you can kind of ease into the event, catch your breath on the breaststroke here, and then give it everything that you got on the final freestyle.
Oh, gotcha. Looks like we're down to probably, I would probably say the favorite stroke. That's freestyle, right? And I always like this one because it kind of tells me what's going to happen. We're coming to the end, right?
That's usually right, Joe.
All right, we're going to get some times here with Peyton and Maddie. Again, Peyton's in lane 4 and Maddie's in lane 6. We've got a 2 minutes, 6 seconds, 37. That's going to Peyton. Maddie coming in right after that, 2:09:41. And by the way, folks, if you didn't notice, and I did say this before, but just to let you know, those are new times for both of them. Congratulations to those kids. Way to do that. That's a hard one to do. And Tyler, I know, what's your best time on the 100 IM?
I was never an IM swimmer, Joe. I'll tell you why. I was just never coordinated enough for that butterfly. So I stuck to the backstroke and the freestyle and everybody's favorite, the doggy paddle.
The doggy paddle. And, we don't have that one on there. Do you think they should bring that one to swimmers competition?
That would be fun to watch.
It would be, wouldn't it? Or the dead man float or whatever they called that one.
That's
right?
one of my favorites when we get up to the cabin on 4th of July weekend. Just sit on a couple of life jackets with a cooler full of Cokes. Sit out there and float.
Ice cold ones, right?
Ice cold Cokes.
All right, event. This is going to be heat 2 of the event 107. We're going to have 3 swimmers on this one. We have lane 2 is going to be Luke. Lane 4 is Ford. Lane 6 is Gracie. And just to let you know, Luke and Gracie do not have times for this, so this will be a good one to see how they do. Here we go. let's start the show. And Tyler, you mentioned like sitting up in the cabin on a nice cold one. Of course, if they did that competition, how would they do that? Would it be just sitting there? How long you could sit there?
Yep, how long you could sit there. Packing the cooler is pretty important in an event like that. How many can you get in there without having the cooler sink? What kind of life jackets you're sitting on? These are all really important factors for an event like that. But I don't think we're going to be able to see something like that here anytime soon.
Probably right. Yeah, probably not. So we're on the backstroke here, of course, as Tyler mentioned. No diving off the diving board, doing a twist in the air. We start out with the backstroke.
1952, Joe, they used to.
Hard to believe. They did have cameras back then, so there's got to be a picture of it somewhere. All right, everybody, I just want to welcome you all. There's 50 of you out there to the YouTube live feed of the MAKO February invite. You are watching the event 107. This is going to be Heat 2. These are the 10 and under 100 IM. And we welcome everybody for joining us today. We wish you all were here. Tyler and I are sitting in the stands here, and it's just me and him. And not much going on here, so it's pretty quiet. But we wish everybody's here. On those normal meets, we always enjoy people packed, exciting. Everybody's cheering on their favorite swimmers. Feel free to do that in the chat box. We'll do our best and cheer out to your favorite swimmer out there. So again, I got a time here. Looks like Ford Bradshaw just finished his 1 minute 35:08. Not a bad time. That's a really good one there.
Strong time there, Joe.
And just to let you know, Ford just shaved off 10 seconds off. That's amazing. So then we got Luke. He just finished. Luke got in 1 minute 48:05. Wow, that's a good time too. Nice job, Luke. No time before, so that means that's his best time. And Gracie, we still just. I don't see a time for Gracie. Looks like we don't have a time for Gracie. All right, next up, of course, this is going to be the last heat, event 107, heat 3. This is the 10 and under 100 IM, Tyler's favorite sport, favorite meet, or heat, I should say.
Heat.
Yes.
Really want to see you try to pronounce Owen's last name here once you start going off lane assignments.
Thank you for that, Tyler. Lane 2 is going to be Sophie. Lane 4 is Owen. Yeah, somebody could throw that one in the chat box. Lane 6 is Pax, and lane 8 is Lillian. And by the way, Tyler, as I look at their times, they were definitely good ones. Owen comes in at 124. Pax comes in at 126, and then Sophie 134, and Lillian comes in at 137. This should be a good one.
124.65 for a 10-year-old in this event is unbelievable.
A little bit faster than what you can do.
A lot faster. They used to use sundials for me when I used to swim this event, so a 124.65 is really impressive.
All right, here we are. Sorry about that, folks. And Mike, I said, if I mentioned before, if you just started, my name is Joe Beadle. I'll be kind of a walk you through this whole event here, the MAKO February invite. Tyler Olson is right next to me. He just took off. He said, I had enough of this, threw down his microphone and said, I'm done. But no, we are here live. We're going to give you kind of a play-by-play, kind of paint you a picture here of what's going on here. We're in event 107, Heat 3. This is the 10 and under 100 IM. And we've got Sophie in lane 2. Lane 4 is Owen. Lane 6 is Pax. And lane 8 is Lillian. And we've got some times to share with you. In lane 4, Owen with a 1:21.42. Nice job, Owen. And by the way, that's a new time for him. Lillian comes in 1:32.76. That was Lillian for that. Lane.
Can we get somebody to switch out lane 6's touchpad?
Next cup is Sophie. Sophie comes in at 1 minute 33:56. And packs that don't have a time. It looks like we've got a lane that's having some issues with the touchpad. So hang with us. Try to get some time here for you for packs there. And as we take a little brief time out here, we will do the same. We'll be back in just a minute or two. We're going to change the pad around. And again, this is the MAKO February invite. It is February, hard to believe, here live in the Hudson Middle School in Hudson, Wisconsin. So just hang tight with us. We're going to change the board out. If you hear some silence, not to worry. It's just me turning off the microphone. So thanks, everybody, for joining us. We'll be back in just a minute. All right, folks, we're back. We apologize for the little intermission. We had a touchpad we had to replace, so we are up on event 108. This is going to be the 100-yard backstroke, Tyler. I know this is one that you like to see just because not only is it cool to watch, but it's a very easy stroke. This is going to be heat 1 of 12. Yeah, we got 12 heats in this one. Lane 2 will be Laney. Lane 4 is Maggie, and lane 6 is Marin.
Here's a fact I bet you didn't know, Joe. My older sister used to be a state champion backstroker, so by association, I am also a champion backstroker.
You are, really? Now, do you have a T-shirt that proves that? Because after all, you need to have a T-shirt.
I may have outgrown it, Joe.
Oh, no, not true at all. All right, as we mentioned, this is the event 108 Heat 1. Marin is in lane 6, lane 4 is Maggie, and lane 2 is Laney.
Something to watch here, Joe, in these backstroke events is how closely each backstroker can perfect their strokes going into the turn. Once they see the flags, they know that they have 4, 2, 3, whatever it is, how many strokes they have going in there, just so they perfect that flip turn, and then they can get right back in the middle of the pool.
Now, Tyler, what happens when you get your count wrong?
Sometimes you hit your head on the wall, Joe.
And have you ever done that before?
More than once.
More than once. That's probably not something you want to do.
Not often.
Probably would make the rest of the heat a little off. Now, Tyler, what happens if you count too fast?
Well, then your stroke is off and you hit your hand on the back of the wall, or on the edge of the pool, which you don't want either.
And you probably don't get a lot of good push-up then, do you?
Certainly don't.
Oh, yeah. So we got a time. Looks like I got a time here. Weird. Maybe I don't. I've got Laney that stopped. All right, we got a time there. We've got Marin with 1 minute 50:78. Folks, just to let you know, Laney actually finished on that one first. We don't have a time for her. Maggie came in at 2 minute 3:09.
Hey, everybody, just a reminder to pull up your mask, open your nose, things like that. And then we also need the times for 2 and 4.
All right, just to let everybody know, make sure you pull up your mask, Tyler. We're actually doing this live. We're keeping our social distancing, right?
We're up here in the broadcast booth, Joe. I don't think there's anybody within 20 yards of us.
Yeah, that's great, right. All right, again, folks, we are in event 108. This is the 100-yard backstroke. And, of course, because it's a small meet, they are mixed. So we have a mix of male and females in these heats. We are going into heat 2, which, of course, is another 100-yard backstroke. Lane 2 will be Evan. Lane 4 will be Sophia, and lane 6 is Ariana. Lane, we got two 14-year-olds and one 11-year-old, and they all don't have time, surprisingly.
One thing to watch while we're watching these backstroke events, Joe, is the start. I know I touched on the start before, but especially in the backstroke, you need to get yourself up and out of the water and pushing up and out as far as you can so you don't get that resistance from the water, and you can get yourself farther into the pool and under the water and then start your stroke.
So under the water is key, is what you're telling me.
Well, over the water to start, then under the water, then on top of the water.
So you go back and forth.
Yep.
Now, Tyler, what happens if you accidentally hit one of those lane markers out there?
I don't think that's a penalty like it used to be in my day. I think that's what cost me the 27th spot. But
right.
We don't need to get into that. I also had a faulty touch board. We don't need to get into that either.
Well, that got you up to the 26th spot.
It would have been close, 26, 25, somewhere in there.
Yep. Wow. Did you get a special ring or anything, or maybe an oven mitt or something when you get to 25? Again, folks, this is 108, event 108, heat 2. We are in the 100 mixed backstroke. Lane 2 is Evan. Lane 4 is Sophia. And lane 6 is Ariana.
And remember, folks, all these lanes are south on your screen to north. Lane 1 is down on the bottom, and lane 8 will be on the top.
That's right. Thank you, Tyler, for that. And I welcome everybody out there. We have 60 people out there joining us. So I welcome everybody for joining us today. My name is Joe Beadle. I'm alongside with Tyler Olson, and we are in the event 108 heat 2. And I got some times for you. Sophia came in at 1 minute, 20 seconds, 69. Evan comes in at 1 minute, 35:39, and in lane 6, which is Ariana, with a 1 minute, 45:10. And as I look over their previous times, they didn't have time, so that means they're all good times.
All PRs, just like I said before we started, Joe. Dozens and dozens of PRs today. Pool records, world records, anything can happen.
All right, we're going to the heat 3. Again, we're in the event 108. Lane 2 will be Bella. Lane 4 is Maddie. Lane 6 is, of course, Coco, Javiana. And lane 8 is Gracie. And boy, we got some these again. We got 2 9-year-olds, a 10-year-old, and we got a 16-year-old in there. Here we go. 100-yard backstroke.
Another thing to watch here, Joe, in the backstroke is how vertical can they keep their arms, right? We don't want to see their arms flailing out to the side. That's not going to save them any time. As long as they can keep their arms going straight back over their head and pulling down to their side, that's going to really shave off some seconds.
They're saying reach for the sky, but you don't want to reach up to the side.
You got it, Joe.
All right.
Stick with me. I'll learn you something.
All right. Well, thank you for that, Tyler, for that little tip. We all know that Tyler would have gotten 25th if he didn't have a faulty touchpad, or if he didn't. What was the other one again?
I got a 10th of a second penalty for hitting the lane.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we can't do that.
The rules were different back then.
Back in your day.
Right. We won't say when that was because I don't want to date myself.
Gotcha. Well, we got some good split times here. Again, we're in event 108, heat 3. Again, in lane 2 is Bella. Lane 4 is Mady. Lane 6 is Javiana, which is Coco. Lane 8, Gracie. These are good times here. And these are all young kids. I'm excited to see this. Tyler is too. I'm sure he's got some few tips he'd like to share with the kids down there, but he's up here with me, giving us tips and giving us kind of a behind the scenes of what these kids going through. This is great.
I'm sure the swimming world is a little bit different now than compared to when I was swimming, but these coaches have all done a really good job getting all these young athletes ready for the 2021 MAKO February invite.
Right. We got 12 heats in the event 108. So sit back, folks, relax, have a cold one, have some popcorn.
That actually sounds pretty good right about now, Joe.
The popcorn?
Yeah, the popcorn.
All right, we got our first time in. Looks like Gracie, 1 minute 58. Shed that 2 minute mark, Tyler. 79. Mady comes in at 2:02.79. Javiana with 2 minutes, 4 seconds, 11 tenths. Nice job, Coco.
Nice job, Coco.
All right, we're coming in, and now we've got, let's see, Bella's going to come in. Bella has a 2 minute, 31.93. Nice job, Bella. So Bella shaved some time off. Nice job. Rihanna with 2:04. She sets up. And Gracie, first time on that one for Gracie. Nice job, everybody.
Great job, Gracie. Good to see that you put up a PR there.
I know. Yeah, if somebody is weird, I like to call her Javiana just because it's I reference the sandals because I know Coco, but it is pronounced Havana. But I like to say Javiana just because that's fun and she likes it too.
Hopefully, Mark and Melissa are tuning in and having a great time watching.
I hope they're laughing. Yes, it's Havana. Yes, I know. All right. Well, what comes after that? Well, then we've got event as we get ready here. It's going to be a heat 5, of course. I'm sorry, heat 4. Lane 2 is be Owen. Lane 4 is Maggie. Lane 6 is Ford. And lane 8 is Peyton. And we've got some good times here again, Tyler.
After this heat, we need to get the button switched out in lane 6. We're not getting any rating on that.
All right, it looks like we have a little bit of a technical issue on with that lane 6 pad. That's been causing us trouble all day, hasn't it, Tyler?
Again, watching some of these older athletes, it's easier to see how high they get their shoulders out of the water. Number one, that kind of helps them with their stroke and the power. And then number two, the verticalness of their arms going back and not getting them off to the side, which really helps them shave off those seconds.
Get that seconds. All about seconds.
It's all about seconds. And, of course, you can't forget about that flutter stroke. I mean, with the feet, that's so important, getting the legs involved, so you're not just using your upper body and burning yourself out.
Right. Yeah, it all comes down to the feet, too, right?
Yeah, it certainly does.
All right, looks like Maggie's really pushing this one hard. She's definitely got... We're going to have some times here, folks, and here we go. And Maggie gets in. Maggie McNamara, she is 1 minute, 28.62. Ford Bradshaw, 1 minute, 34.05. And Maggie and Ford looks like they both shed a little time off there, Tyler.
I'm telling you, Joe, it's got to be all that time they spent in the practice pool, and they're, you know, what we like to call taper in the swimming world, which is really important coming into big meets like this.
Right, right. Owen comes in, and he's at 1 minute 43.95. And then Peyton, of course, 1 minute 58.88. Nice job for these swimmers here. We're going to go into heat 5, but I guess we've got a pad we need to change out. We've had some issues with this pad all day, so hopefully they'll get something fixed here. It looks like it worked that time around.
Sometimes those pads just get defaulty. I have a firsthand experience with a faulty pad. It cost me some time, but it's a good thing that we have some timers up there with the stopwatches just to make sure.
Right, and you mentioned that before. You would have gotten, 25th if you had
Well,
another-
26th for sure, 25th maybe.
Maybe,
yeah,
right. Yeah. Maybe not hitting the rails did that one, or the dividers. All right, so we just did heat 4. Now we're going to do heat 5. That comes after 4. Again, we're in the event 108. This is going to be heat 5 of the 100-yard backstroke. And we got, let's see, lane 2 is Lillian, lane 4 is Kelly, lane 6 is Aaron, and lane 8 is Sophie. Got 2 9-year-olds, a 12, and a 14-year-old, all women. Here we go. Heat 5, 100-yard backstroke. Look at them move. Wow. Could be over before you know it.
In shorter events like this, Joe, you really got to come out of the block strong. Can't burn yourself out too fast. You got to have enough for that last 25.
Right. You got to get the good push up, get that stance ready.
That's right. Up and over the water, under the water, on top of the water.
I hope you follow that, everyone. Over, under, right?
On top.
On top. A lot of cheering from the crowd here. A lot of go. All right, here we go. Again, this is event 108, heat 5, 100-yard back stroke.
Really fun to see these young athletes supporting their teammates up on the pool deck there.
Yeah, it is really good to see him. And here we go. I think I got a first time, and that's Kelly. She's got a minute 17:19 on that one.
That is almost 10 seconds off of her seed time, Joe.
Oh, and Aaron just finished with a 1 minute 26:36. That's a good time. And then we've got Sophie with 1 minute 32:52. Good job for the Fritz family there. And Lillian with a 1 minute 34:46.
All 4 swimmers knocked some times off their seed time, so that's really good to see.
Awesome job. Wow. Still faster than me.
Again, Joe, not saying a whole lot.
Well, maybe they would have gotten 23rd if they were in your race, right?
Well,
all right. Well, we are now we're going to go into heat 6, of course. This is event 108 of the 100-yard backstroke. It's a long heat. We still got a couple more heats to go. We're going to have lane 4 is going to be Mary, lane 6 is Samantha, and lane 8 is Sadie. So this should be a good one here. Good times all around, a lot of minute 18 and a minute 24. So here we go. Heat 6, then 108, 100-yard backstroke. Now, Tyler, as you look at this, what swimmer stands out to you in this heat?
really good start there in lane 4 by Kelly. If you watched, she really got out of the water and reduced that drag. Got under the water, got a couple of dolphin kicks in there, and now she's out in front.
That's great. And by Kelly, you meant by the previous swim, right?
Getting back to that flutter kick, Joe, you really don't want to see too much chop on the top of the water. That means you're really not getting as much push as you could. If you're watching lane 6, we have Erin Witten. She's doing a really good job using her legs, but not getting too much on top of the water.
So you're saying that Erin, who was in the last heat, is still in this one?
She could be, but she's not. That's Mary Prescott in lane 4, and Samantha Blair in lane 6. Forgot to cross off the heat on my heat sheet. Thanks, Joe.
You are more than welcome, Tyler. Yeah, so lane 4 is Mary, lane 6 is Samantha, and lane 8 is Sadie. So here we go. We've got some good times. So you're saying, Tyler, they've got a little bit of weight going on. We don't want that. So I got some times to share with you, and that's Samantha, 1 minute 17:36. Mary, right behind her with a 1:18:50, and then Sadie with a 1:28:17. Those are all good times all around. And if you're going off the previous time, mean, we're looking at, Mary gets about the same time. She shut off an eighth of a second, but Samantha, 117. That's almost a 1 second difference there. And then, of course, we have Zayden coming in with 128.17. All right, folks, just to let you know, we are now in Heat 7. So lane 2 is Mason, lane 4 is Leah, lane 6 is Ellie, lane 8 is Annika, and this is Heat 7 of the event 108, the 100-yard backstroke.
A lot of really good seed times here, Joe. This is going to be an exciting heat.
Let's put it in. All right, yeah, Tyler, this should be a good one here. They got some good times, good split times, so this should be a good one here. Hearing a lot of goes, right?
That's right. Really good to see all their teammates cheering them on the pool deck there.
All right, we got Gretchen and Roberta saying, one says, go Aubrey, the other one saying, go Annika. We love to see that, so if you want us to cheer us, your favorite swimmer on, throw it in the chat box. Tyler will get up and start screaming for that person. So good, get them to stand up and start yelling too. So if you need us to cheer, let us know. And I welcome everybody again. We have got some times with this Heat 7 of Event 108. So running down, Mason, 1 minute 13:64. Ellie, 1 minute 13:87. Leah, 1 minute 15:83, and then Annika with 1 minute 18:64. Those are all really good times, very close to each other. As I look over the list here, wow, just really, really good times there. So now we're going to go into Heat 8. Again, we're in the event 108. Backstroke, 100-yard backstroke. Lane 2 will be Miley. Lane 4 is Lydia. Lane 6, Ethan. And then lane 8 is Gracie.
Really keep your eye on lane 8 at the top of your screen there, Gracie Gray. She's got a 1:12.71 seed time, but I'm really expecting a lot more out of her in this race.
You think she'll shed some time off that?
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Talking with her coach down there on the pool deck this morning, she's been really putting in a lot of long hours in the practice pool and the weight room, so I'm expecting big things.
And we got some people chiming in the chat box. That's great. Thank you, everybody, for doing that. Hopefully, everybody's enjoying this wonderful little presentation. We are an hour and 48 minutes into this already. We got more to go, so don't go anywhere.
I can't believe we're almost 2 hours in, Joe. Feels like we just started.
I know, it's hard to believe. We are in event 108, Heat 8. This is the 100-yard backstroke. We're coming down to the last, 25, right?
Last 25, Joe, went by just that quickly.
Oh, man, blink your eye, and we're already done with it. Here we go. I'm going to share some times with you. Share some times, I should say.
Look at how smooth those swimmers are. Nice and smooth all the way to the finish.
Wow, that's just Lydia with. So first one is Lydia, 108.84. Ethan, 109.63. Gracie, 112.01. And Miley, 115.66. And Tyler, yeah, we've got some times, some better times. Wow, just an improvement in Lydia, Ethan, and Gracie. All, wow, nice job, swimmers. And don't worry, folks, if you love the 100-yard backstroke, we're not done. We still got more to go. We are now going to Heat 9. Hard to believe. We are still doing the 100-yard backstroke. This is Heat 9 of event 108. Again, 100-yard backstroke. Lane 2 is going to be Ruby. Lane 4 is Jane. Lane 6 is Abby. And then lane 8 is Brady. And we got some, yeah, wow, we got some times here we got to beat. Awesome. There we go. And Tyler, I got to ask you a question. You know, when you get in that preparation and you're up on that, you're either on the swim, you're on the lot, the dive platform, or if you're getting prepared, what goes through your mind? Like, when do you start when you hear that? You're always looking for the light, or you listen to the sound.
There's so many emotions going through you, Joe. When you get up there, you're just so excited, so anxious. You got to try to calm yourself down. Really think of your game plan. How are you going to swim this race? Are you going to go out fast? Are you going to swim the last 25 fast? What are you going to do in between? It's just a lot to think about, but once that buzzer goes off, it's just instinct especially for these older athletes that have been doing it for so long.
Right. They just have a natural instinct. They know when to go. They know what to do.
That's right.
It's like almost second nature. Almost just like driving a car or riding a bicycle, as they say.
A lot of adults can't do that.
Right you are. All right, looks like we're already over with this one. It's coming down to the end, and we might have we got some times we might shed here. Let's see. Coming in at, let's get James 105.37, Abby 106.36, Brady 108.66 in lane 4, Ruby with 110.49. And as I look over these times, there's some really, nice job, everybody, all around.
A lot of improvements there. Great to see, Joe.
All right, we're going to go into Heat 10, of course. This is the event 108. Yes, we are. No, you're not hearing a skipping record or rewound the video. We are still in event 108. We're going into Heat 10. We got 2 more after this, folks. I know. You love to see the 100-yard backstroke. Lane 2 will be Ellie Wood. Lane 4, Ellery. Lane 6 is Tom. And then lane 8 is Maggie. And as we get, Tyler's putting those in the chat box. So in case you need to see who exactly is in what lane, he throws them in the chat box. That way you can follow us along there in your, hopefully you're sitting in a warm, comfortable chair, or maybe today you're outside.
Great day for both, Joe.
All right. Almost soon to get those drivers out, Tyler?
Just about.
Just about? All right.
You don't want to get too anxious, Joe, because you know that March is the snowiest month. So we're expected to get some snow at least.
Let's not forget about April.
Well, let's not forget about that either.
Hey, it looks like Gretchen's excited out there. She said, drop time, yippee, great. She even said, great job, guys. I'm going to assume she meant the swimmers and not us. And again, everybody, event 108, Heat 10. Man, we just can't get rid of this backstroke. We love it so much. There's 12 heats to this one.
You know it's my favorite, Joe.
I know it is. Reach for the sky.
That's right. And as you watch this heat, you can see some of these older athletes, how long they spend underwater. That's reducing the drag at the top of the pool, letting them get down the lane a little bit further before they have to get up and start doing the stroke.
Wow. All right, I got some times to share. Ellery comes in, 102.20. Tom, 103.04. Maggie with 105.18. And Ellie Wood, 109.57. Next up, Heat 11. All right, 100-yard backstroke. This is Heat 11. Lane 2 will be Nate. Lane 4 is Sydney. Lane 6 is Brianna. And lane 8 is Abby. Here we go.
Look at that, Joe. I'm getting better. I almost got all of the lane assignments.
Wow, look at that. Your typing skills is jumping up on this match, isn't it? Better watch it. You'll be a court reporter before you know it. There we go. The Heat. Yes, I said a Heat 11. Event 108. Lane 2 is Nate. Lane 4 is Sydney. Lane 6 is Brianna. And lane 8 is Abby. And we got some good times here. Sydney, 59, just under a minute. But everybody else was right at that minute mark. So we'll see how this goes. Before you know it, it'll be over, right, Tyler?
That's right. Only one more heat after this one. Again, just watch how consistent they are with how many strokes once they get underneath the flag to the time they turn.
All right, we're back. Here we go. We're coming down to the end here. We might have some times here to share. Let's see if anybody shed some time off. Nate with a 59.54. Sydney 102.62. Rian with 1 minute 35 tenths, and Abby 107.09. And as I look over that, wow, Nate is definitely the one that stands out. I mean, look, Nate shed off almost a half a second. Anytime you can get under that minute mark, right?
That's right. That's a huge accomplishment.
But good job all around the swimmers. Nice job. That is definitely a fast pace there. And yes, folks, I'm sorry to say this is going to be the last heat of event 108, the 100-yard backstroke. We've got to come to the end.
Nate just broke Shane Lincoln's team record by 1/100 of a second.
Wow, did you hear that, folks? Nate Caswell just broke the team record for the 100-yard backstroke. Nice job, Nate. Wow.
Just like I said, Joe, when we first came on the air, a lot of energy. Everybody's excited to be here.
Wow.
Lots of PRs, team records, pool records, Olympic records, world records. They're all up in the air.
Can you believe that? We watched it live here, Tyler. We saw it here. Nice job going out to Nate. And just to let you know, Nate Caswell broke the team record for the 100-yard backstroke by, what was it, a half a second, 0.5 of a second or something. But nice job, everybody. All right, so we are in the last heat, and I got to give you a rundown of who's in this crazy race because we saved the best for last. And by the time I'm done here, it's going to be over. We had lane 2 is Hugh, lane 4 is Taylor, lane 6 is Evie, and lane 8 is Lewis. And it must be for the. Here we go.
Look at these athletes go, Joe. Holy cow, they're already halfway done.
I know, I'm going to be done here in a minute. By the time we're done, it's over. And I'm guessing it must have been the time that he broke for his age. The kid's only 12 years old, Nate Caswell is. But he's come up against 18-year-olds.
That's pretty incredible.
Yeah. All right, so these kids are going to be a little bit older. We've got some 17, 15. Unfortunately, I don't have any time to share because I'm looking at a screen that's showing a side of a mountain that has snow on it. So unfortunately, I don't have any times for you. But again, that was heat 12 of 12. We saved the best for last. So good, in fact, we can't even give you times. It's lane 2 was Hugh, lane 4 was Taylor, and lane 6 was Evie, and then lane 8 is Lewis. All right, I don't have any times for you on that last heat. I know everybody was excited it was the last one, but I can guarantee it was under a minute.
Well under a minute.
Now, Tyler, let's go back to talk about Nate Caswell. The kid's 12 years old. And he was up against 18-year-olds, and just to get that under a minute, get that team record, that's got to be a huge accomplishment, right?
I know that he's going to keep this one in his memory banks, especially in an event like the 2021 MAKO February Invite. This isn't just your run-of-the-mill weekend invitational. This is a prestigious event, and for him to put up a time like that is amazing.
That's right. That's great job. Great job. So we got a little bit. Oh, wait, I got some times up there. Oh, no, that's the last one there. We got some moving screens going around here. I give you a play-by-play of the screen right now, what's happening. It looks like we got a little bit of a technical issue, but don't worry. We'll get those times out for you, hopefully, eventually. That would be the last one there. All right, as we take a moment and a pause here, we'll just take just a minute break here. Hang with us. We got some technical issues we got to deal with.
This is a 10-minute break.
Oh, well, we're taking a break, Tyler.
So
we're going to take a break here, folks. What's going to happen is the sound will turn off. So don't worry. You'll hear the sound. And when we come back here in 10 minutes, so hopefully we'll see you back here at about 1:19, or I'm sorry, my timing's off. 1 minute, 24, 25, so somewhere around that time in about 10 minutes. Join us back. Don't worry if you don't hear any sound. That's just us turning the microphone off. Sometimes Tyler's like to use what we call colorful metaphors when he's not on the mic, so we don't want to make sure everybody hears that. So again, about 10 minutes, we'll be back. Don't worry if you don't hear any sound. Just turn off the mic. Thanks everybody for joining us for the 2021 MAKO February invite. All right, everybody, welcome back. We are again back live here at the February MAKO Invite and here in the Hudson Middle School in Hudson, Wisconsin. And we are coming back here again, thanks for the little 10-minute break. And we are up against, we are now, I believe we are going into, let me just make sure.
Event 109, Joe, the 50-yard freestyle, which is my personal favorite.
There it is. Yes.
Because it's so exciting and because I didn't have to swim as long, only 50 meters. Yards.
And my understanding is Coach Dent told us we're going to skip Heat 1 and we're going to Heat 2. Is that correct?
That is correct. Aaron Witten will be in lane 8. I think all my lane assignments are correct once on your screen.
All right. So that's great. Thanks, Tyler. And event 109, the mixed 50-yard freestyle. We're going to mix Heat 1 and 2 together. And here we go. And just to give you a rundown, in lane 2 is Bella, lane 4 is Emma, lane 6 is Peyton, and in lane 8 is Aaron Witten. And here we go. This should be over before you know it.
This is an all-out send, Joe. You don't want to leave anything in the tank after this one.
This is the one you don't wait on, right?
Nope. You get up there and pour it all out there, and you're done in 20 seconds.
All right, well, we got some times to share. First one's going to be Aaron. Aaron with 31:65. That's a quick time. That's actually a new time for her. And then we got Peyton comes in at 49:75. Emma is a 51.94, and Bella is a. Did we get a time? Nope, doesn't look like it. I don't have a time for her. Looks like the Bella did not work on that time, so if I get a time, I'll let you know.
I know firsthand how much that sucks with the faulty touchpad, Joe.
Oh yeah, they got it. They got that. Yes, the timing is everything, right, in swimming.
That's the difference between 28th place out of 32 and 26th place out of 32.
26, right? And hopefully, and by not touching the side markers, you would have gotten 25 or wait.
Yeah, that's still up in the air. But
that's debatable.
We'll say 25. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to move on to the next heat. 109. We're in the 50-yard freestyle. Now we're going into Heat 2. Or, I'm sorry, Heat 3. And Heat 3 is going to be in lane 2 is Mady, lane 4 is Maggie, lane 6 is Emmett, and lane 8 is Sophia. So here we go. These are all young kids, 9, 8-year-olds. Here we go. But they still do it in under a minute, which is probably faster than myself. Here we go.
Again, these starts, we've talked about these starts before. In a short event like this, they are so important. It's really hard to make up time for a poor start. You really got to get off those blocks good, get underwater, cut down that resistance, get on top, start pumping.
And get the good start, right? Get that good dive in, get under the water, get back up.
You got it, Joe. There's hope for you yet.
I knew it. Coach Tom, you can hear Coach Tom in the background just cheering his swimmers on. And we're going to have some times here, and here we go. Looks like, all right, first one in. Maggie is 48.94. Mady with 51.09. Sophia with 51.86. And Emmett with 53.90. All under a minute. Nice job, swimmers. Looks like some good runs there, Tyler.
What?
I said those are good runs.
Those were good runs, yep.
Yes, they were. All right. So next up, of course, we're going into the next one, which is going to be Heat 4 of the event 109. And this is going to be the 50-yard freestyle again. In lane 2 will be Marta. Lane 4 is June. Not to be your aunt. Lane 6 is Marin. And, of course, lane 8 is Havana, or I like to call her Javiana, or Coco. Yes, she has names all over.
Just like the flip-flop.
Here we go. Looks like everybody's ready. Kids are ready to dive. We got to take it. All right, here we go.
While we have 35 seconds here, Joe, did you know that the first swim goggles were made out of tortoise shells?
You know, I did remember reading that one time, and I always have to ask, I wonder what those felt like around your head. Do you think they weigh more than today's goggles?
I really can't imagine having turtle shells strapped to my head.
How do you see through turtle shells?
It's a good question, Joe. Another fun fact to pull out at your next party.
There you go. All right, we got some times to share. Looks like June came in at 35:31. Marin came in at 39:92. Looks like Havana 47:58, and Marta comes in at 49:94. Nice job all around. As I look through the times here, yeah, we've got some times that have been shed on a couple of those swimmers. Nice job, swimmers. And just to let everybody know, this is a event 109. We have 12 heats again, just like the backstroke, because everybody loves to do a 50-yard freestyle. And we are in heat 5 now. And in lane 2 will be Luke. Lane 4 is Charlie. Lane 6 will be Maggie. Lane 8 is Owen. And I'm looking at the timings of the previous time. Looks pretty good. And as I see here, it looks like it's a Charlie who's coming in as the lead here with the best time. But we'll see. They're all very close to each other.
Really close. This should be a really good heat. Another one that I had highlighted on my heat sheet, Joe.
A few. You put a little star next to her, or a highlighter?
Highlight. No stars.
Here we go. Here we go. Heat 5. Lane 2 is Luke. Lane 4 is Charlie. Lane 6 is Maggie. And lane 8 is Owen.
Great start there in lane 8 at the top of your screen by Owen.
Nice. And the nice little flip, those flip turns look good, don't they, Tyler?
They sure do. A lot better than mine, which isn't saying much. Lane 6 coming back is Maggie putting in a great
wow,
swim.
look at her push it. She might squeeze this one out, and she did. Maggie,
heat winner.
34:49. Here's her heat winner. Lane 2 is Owen comes in next, 34:81. Charlie, 36:81, and Luke, 39:03. Tyler, when I look at those times, there is not much leeway between each one. They're very close.
That is why I had that heat highlighted on my heat sheet here, Joe. I knew it was going to be a barn burner.
Yeah, looking over the time here, it looks like Maggie's going to shed off at least a second off her time. Nice job for her. Coming in as the heat winner there. And once again, Tyler's throwing the names of the swimmers. We are in event 109. We're going into heat 6. So as he throws in the swimmer in the lane, just follow along with us. So in lane 2 will be Annika. Lane 4 is Evan. In lane 8 is Emmy Lou. All of Vita.
Oh, what a good start by Emmy in lane 8 at the top of your screen. She got almost half the length of the pool underwater before she started her stroke there.
Looks like she's kind of cruising right along there. But also, I mean, if you look at Evan, boy, he's really moving along too. This is a close heat there. I mean, when I look at the times, they're all 32. Emmy Lou comes in with a 33, but I think she might beat that. But let's see. As we come into the end here, we've got, looks like Annika back with 31.97, Evan with a 32.19, and Emmy Lou 33.85. And boy, those are good times. I mean, all of them are pretty much the same as what they were coming in at. And nice job, everyone there. And next up will be Heat 7. And boy, and Tyler, as I look over these times they're coming in, this Heat 7 is a good one too. We've got lane 2, we got Samantha. Lane 4 is Aubrey. Lane 6 is Chance. And in lane 8 is Kelly. I'm looking over these times. They're all 31 on the high 31s. This is going to be a close heat.
Anytime you can get a bunch of times right around that 30-second mark, you know that these athletes are great freestyle swimmers.
And for their age, they're all 11, 12, and one's a 14-year-old. Oh, we got a false start there. Well, Tyler, when something like that happens, that's just got to be a little
That's
tough, right?
a little embarrassing, a little extra energy using getting out of the pool and getting reset.
I like to say that they're ambitious to get going, right? There we go. All right, again, lane 2 is Samantha, lane 4 is Aubrey, lane 6 is Chance, and lane 8 is Kelly. And boy, these swimmers, look at them. This is a good heat.
Once you start getting into these older swimmers, these 50-yard freestyles are all just elbows and heels and nothing but splashing as fast as you can go. It's really fun to watch.
Getting that weight going.
That's right.
All right, so it looks like Chance, 29:32 for Chance. Aubrey, 30:26 at 30 seconds, 26 tenths. Then we have Kelly with 30:70, 30:70, and then Samantha, 31:94, and Tyler. Not much distance, not much in between those swimmers, is there?
You sure had that one circled right on your
I
heat
did.
sheet. You know, 8 to 12, 6 to 12. What great heats.
And when I look over the time, too, you know, Aubrey sheds off some time. Chance for sure. Wow, just really nice job. Kelly, really good performance there. Samantha, of course, also. Great job. Great job to the swimmers out there. All right, we got Heat 8. Again, this is the 50-yard freestyle. Lane 2 is Owen. Lane 4 will be Ben. Lane 6 is Sophia. And lane 8 is Ethan. And that's Owen Wainopa for answering Tyler's answer.
We learned that earlier, yep.
And I want to thank you for I think, if I remember right, I think that was Nick that got us corrected. And I thank you again.
And
Nick,
phonetically spelled, too, which
yes,
helped quite a bit.
We appreciate that. All right, here we go. Event 109, Heat 8. Lane 2 is Owen. Lane 4 is Ben. Lane 6 is Sophia. And lane 8 is Ethan. And boy, this one's a quick one, too. I'm looking at the times, Tyler, and they're right next to each other. And, well, we got some time to share. Ethan, 29:08. Ben.
Congratulations to Aubrey Fry, who just qualified for the ISCA Showcase Classic.
Look at that. Aubrey Fry just qualified for the Showcase Classic, I think is what I heard.
What did I
Coach
tell
said.
you, Joe?
Wow.
Pool records, personal records, world records.
That was from the last raid at Aubrey. Nice job there. So just reading out some times. Ethan on this is the Heat 8. Ethan, 29:08. Ben with 30:08. Sophia, 30 seconds, 10 tenths. And then Owen with 31:88. And congratulations to Aubrey Fry in the last heat. Nice job, Aubrey. You now qualify for the now I've already spaced it out because I got too much stuff going on. And if you ask my wife, I am the worst multitasker. That's why it takes 4 of us to run this small program we got going on here. So anyways, on to heat number 9. We got a good one again, too. I'm looking at times here. It's like every heat goes down. Lane 2 is Peyton. Lane 4 is Mary Kate. Lane 6 is Leah. And lane 8 is Anna. Boy, this is going to be over.
Something to watch here, Joe, is how much they're breathing, right? The older athletes, the less they can breathe, the faster they're going to get up and down those lengths.
Right, keep that head down,
breath.
right?
Keep your head down, yep. Especially that last 10, 15 yards, just keep your head down the whole way. A lot of them are even keeping it down the last
I was going to say, I'm looking at him, he's going up for a breath. How does that work? Mary Kate, 28:43, and then we got Peyton with 29:46. Leo with 30 seconds. And Anna with 30:57. Leah right on the trail of that with 30:66. Yeah, I didn't see a breath of one taken on that last 25.
I'd certainly be calling for the lifeguard if I tried that, Joe.
They'd throw you the life preserver, right? They'd throw you that little circle life preserver. Just hope it doesn't say Titanic on it.
Right, you are.
All right. Well, as we go forth here, just great. We are, Dustin and Renee out there, which is the parents of Aubrey, are probably really excited here. But we get into the next round here. Yeah, just don't breathe. I'm just reading some of the comments. All right, now we are in Heat 10, of course, of Event 109. This is the 50 freestyle. And in Heat 10, we have in lane 2 is Miley, lane 4 is Hannah, that's Hannah Zern, and lane 6 is Gracie Gray, and then, of course, lane 8 is Lydia Beck. And these are all, again, as we get into these heats, the seconds keep going down. As by the time I'm done, we're going to be over with, and here we go. We got some time to share, and I think we're going to have some seconds shed off here. Wow, look at that. 26-7, Hannah, 26.77. Miley with 27.84. Gracie with 28.05, and Lydia with 28.98. And wow, when I see the other times here, this is just that's awesome job to these swimmers for this. And don't worry, folks, we're down to the last 2 heats. And by the way, it just keeps getting faster and faster. And Tyler over here is straining on home.
Having a hard time keeping up with the lane assignments.
Slow
down.
Slow down. So here we are. This is going to be heat. All right, so we are now in Heat 11, right?
Heat 11 to 12, Joe.
That's right. We're going to the end, and I'm looking at these times, and I don't even think I have time to announce their names. So here we go. In lane 2 will be Pamela. Lane 4 is Abby. Lane 6 is Nate. Nate Caswell coming back here, and in lane 8 is Ellie. All right, here we go. Gretchen, thank you for joining us today. All right, here we go. Wow, there's a lot of splashing going on in this one, Tyler.
You know it's going to be a good race. The more the splashing there is in a 50-yard freestyle like this.
Lane 2 is Pamela, lane 4 is Abby, lane 6 is Nate, and lane 8 is Ellie. Here we go. Timers are out. They're ready to give the final time, and by the time I'm done here, we'll have it. Wow, what a heat there. We've got Abby coming in at 25.54, Nate 25.67, Ellie 28.28. That's an easy time to remember, and Pamela 28.70. Nice job. Wow. Well, if you thought that was fast, wait till the next heat because we are on the final heat.
Just like that, Heat 12 to 12 in a 50-yard freestyle. Do not blink or you are going to miss this entire heat.
That's right. In lane 2, we'll have Dot. Lane 4 will be Steven. Lane 6 will be Jonathan. And in lane 8 will be Jarrett. And we've got 2 17-year-olds, an 18-year-old, and a 14-year-old. Here we go. Swimmers are ready. Tyler, are you ready for this?
I am ready, Joe. I've been waiting all afternoon for this heat.
Whoa, look at that leap out there. I think he was halfway through the pool. The flags were there.
The pool.
All right. Here we go. A lot of splashing, a lot of throwing there. Wow, look at that flip turn. Here they go.
This is where you just put your head down and swim as hard as you can towards that wall. Hopefully you don't get a faulty touchboard.
Here we go with the first time. Steven, 21.98. You hear a lot of cheering there. Lane 2 is Jonathan. He's 23.54. Lane 3, or the third one, Jarrett with 24.24. Another easy time to remember. And then Dot comes in at 26.46. I'm looking at the time, and wow, Steven just shed off a second. I don't know how you can shed off 22 seconds, but again, almost a second or a little bit more. Awesome job, swimmers. Great job. Well, that was it for the 50-yard freestyle. Tyler, guess what?
Back onto the IM, the 200-yard individual medley, which I was never good enough to swim, but it's fun watching these young athletes being able to do it better than I could.
Yeah, we got some good swimmers here. These are all 11, 13, and a 14-year-old here. Lane 2 will be Ariana. Lane 4 is Saden. Lane 6 is Ben. And lane 8 will be Ruby. And 2 of them don't have times here, so this will be good to see what their first time is. All right, here we go. Heat 1 of the event 110, 200-yard, as Tyler said, IM.
Which stands for individual medley.
And medley means we're going to do, first up, of course, we're going to do the
butterfly, then we go to the breaststroke, then the backstroke, then the freestyle.
We're doing it differently.
Did I miss one in there?
Nope. No, you got it. Here we go.
2 lengths of the pool for each stroke equals 200 yards, which is what the event sheet says. So we are on the right page.
I hope so.
Looks like everybody's doing it correctly.
Yep. And I just want to welcome everybody. I know we're getting towards the end of the event today. I know there's some of you have just joined us. Maybe some of you have been with us. We appreciate that for sticking around with us, listening to our babbling here today. So yes, we are in Hudson, Wisconsin. We are at the Hudson Middle School watching the MAKO Aquatics February invite. And boy, we had a good one here. I mean, this is still, we're in the event 110 if you're following along on your heat sheet. Event 110, heat 1. Of course, this is the 200 IM.
We are just about halfway through this heat, Joe. The backstroke is looking good. They must have been listening to me. More their coaches probably, but
yeah, you're saying they listen to their coaches more than you? I don't believe that.
I would hope so. Up on the top of your screen there, lane 8 Ruby Sanchez putting in a really good breaststroke here. Hopefully she can keep it together in the freestyle and put up a really good time.
Nice. Yeah. And after the breast, we go to free. Is that correct?
The freestyle, that's how it works.
All right, here we go. This is usually a little bit, goes a little bit faster if I remember right.
It does, yep.
Here we go. And again, lane 2 is Ariana, lane 4 is Saden, lane 6 is Ben, and then lane 8 is Ruby.
This all gets back to that pacing that I was talking about earlier, Joe. You really don't want to blow yourself up too early. You got to save some for the last 50 freestyle where you can make up a lot of time.
So you're saying save that energy, get that last, hold that gas in the tank until the end.
Absolutely.
Gotcha. All right, we're coming down the end. It looks like Satan's out there.
And if I could have done that, Joe, it probably would have been right up around the 24, 23 mark. But
are you saying 24 minutes?
Well, no.
Oh, okay.
24th out of 32.
Oh, I see. I got you.
Yep.
Yes. Not the 20.
No.
So maybe you jump up ahead. All right. Well, we got some time to share. So Ruby, let's see. We got Ruby with 2 minutes, 42.65. Saden, 3 minutes, 1 second, 87 tenths. And then Ben with 3 minutes, 7, 31. And Ariana comes in at 3 minutes, 36 seconds, and 9 tenths of a second. Nice job, swimmers. Looking over the time here of these, and boy, we got some good times again. And 2 of those, Ariana and Ruby, just got times on this. Awesome job.
I was always amazed, Joe, at the swimmers that could do this. All 4 strokes in one heat. I was never able to do it. I'm sure that you could be able to do it.
Sure,
But
every time.
really fun to watch them going through all 4 strokes and such a great time.
That's right. It's always fun to do that. And you know what? Has there ever been an issue where someone forgets to do a stroke? I'm sure it has.
Sure it has.
All right, we are now in, heat 2 of event 110. And lane 2 will be Owen. Lane 4 is Sydney. Lane 6 is Kelly. And lane 8 is Peyton. Yeah, Tyler, going back to the strokes, I got to imagine that you have to go through your cadence because, man, if you miss a stroke, like let's say you do the backstroke when you're supposed to do a best stroke, that cannot be good, right?
Not only is that embarrassing, which I know firsthand, but it also costs you some time.
I would assume that would be. All right, that was the breaststroke. Now we're going to go to the backstroke. And again, this is the 200 IM. This is event 110. 110 for those. We're in heat 2, and we have, what do we have? 5 heats of this.
And this is the part of the event, Joe, where the swimmers can kind of catch their breath after that physically taxing butterfly, kind of get into their rhythm, and save some gas for that last 50-yard freestyle.
Bet you are. All right. Here's the backstroke.
And our producer is telling us that we are going to have a giveaway trivia contest during the one heat of the 1650-yard freestyle. So make sure you guys don't go anywhere. During that heat, we'll have a trivia question, and the closest answer to the actual answer will win a really sweet prize.
Oh, really? Is that right,
Yes,
Tyler?
that
What do
is.
we get? I wonder we're getting away. Give it away
I
here.
really can't get into it right now, but you'll want to pay attention.
You got me paying attention.
I'm sure.
All right, we are coming down to the last. Looks like we're on the freestyle for 2 swimmers here, or 3. I apologize.
Time trials, please come up and tell me what you want to swim. Right now, I've got Tom and Hugh in the 100 fly, Taylor in the 100 back, Hannah and Debbie in the 2 fly.
Here we go. We're coming down. Let's see. We got some swimmers to announce here. It looks like Peyton just came in at 2 minute 40 seconds 91. Nice job there. Kelly, 2 minute 46 seconds and 30. Once we get done here on the 200 IM, we got Owen with 2 minute 54 89. Nice job, Owen. And Sydney with a 3 minute. Looks like we got a timer again. Oh, there we go. We got a 3 minute 9:69. I think that might be a little bit off.